Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4 as we are playing with the 1.6.2 patch in the Man the Guns expansion. Before we get started, I would like to just talk about the Monday episode real quick. As many of you guys know, I typically don't put videos out on Mondays with the exception of new series. This is very much a new series, so I would really like to get a video out on Monday, but the reason why I don't put those videos out on Monday is because I work all day on Sunday and all night on Sunday. Don't get home till early morning on Monday, so it's gonna be kind of hard for me to get a video out, guys. I'm gonna try my best because I do have I'm gonna have a really long shift tomorrow, so I'm gonna try my best to get one out this Monday. But if I do get one out, it's gonna be late because I probably won't record it, and I might record it when I get home, but probably not, guys. I'd probably want to record it after waking up, so it would be like late evening, like late afternoon, late evening maybe. I don't know. We'll see, guys. The very earliest it would be early afternoon. So it's just kind of the nature of Mondays for us. So sorry about that, but I do want to let you guys know that if there is a Monday video, it'll be late. So just wanted to make that clear. So before we actually unpause the game, there's a bunch of stuff we need to do. Things that I just kind of realized or didn't know about or just thought about, or things that you guys posted in the comments below. I always take your guys' suggestions. I love hearing from you guys. So a lot of stuff that we need to do. So first of all, I want to go ahead and create a front here, and we're going to keep the line here where it's at with these divisions, but we're going to change this up just a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're just going to reduce this one to just defend that province. We're going to keep that one there, and then we're going to select all the units with the exception of those top two, and then give them a regular front. And you guys will see why here in a second. Obviously, we kind of already talked about one reason why we needed to do this, and that is simply because of the fact that we have to hold this territory here for a week if we want to be able to flood the province and get those really nice defensive modifiers. So I didn't put everybody here, did I? We want one guy here. Yeah, that's fine. And then this guy here. I don't really care where they're at right now. It's fine. They can all move around. So we had to hold it for a week. I think the reason why they did that is because the Dutch didn't historically hold out for a full week. I don't remember exactly how long it was before they capitulated, like 7 or 8 days, where they actually capitulated. And that was before they were occupied. That's right, until the Germans fully occupied them. I think they capitulated after like maybe 5 days or something like that. It didn't take long. But there's a reason why I wasn't defending this territory. It's just not very defensible, guys. It's not a very defensible territory. I think this is the smart route to defend right here. But in order so that we can flood it, we are going to try and hold it for at least a little while, and then we'll pull back to these provinces here. And this is where the Dutch historically decided to defend as well. It's just the best place to do it. Within the first 2 days, the Germans had all this territory here because the Dutch didn't really plan on, they wanted to defend in the more defensible areas. Another thing I didn't talk about, guys, is that this area here is now separated land-wise. You got to cross a strait, the little red line there, that's a strait. To kind of represent how difficult it was to attack across here. So since that is a strait, that does mean that our Navy can completely stop the German army from crossing there if they are in this sea zone right here. Something I didn't even consider that we could do. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I realized it when I was looking at the situation here, and I found that there was 3 coastal forts here, and I was like, why did they build the coastal forts here? We didn't do the go against Britain, where they put the coastal forts to defend against the British invasion. So I was like, why the hell would they put those there? Those are useless against Germany. They're not. That makes perfect sense why you'd get those, because if you're attacking across the strait, then it uses the coastal forts, not the land forts. So that's why they did that. So when they attack across here, they'll have to fight these 3 coastal forts. So yeah, that's a very good change. I like that. So we're gonna want to bring our Navy over here. So that's the second thing that I wanted to do, is to bring the Navy over. We'll just go ahead and remove all submarines. We'll keep the submarines here training, and then we're gonna move the rest of the fleet over to here. And those submarines we could use against the Japanese if need be when that time comes. But the rest of the fleet needs to move. So we'll get them moving over here now, or they can just move. They can move right there. It's fine. So get them moving over here. That's going to take a little bit of time. And That's the second thing I wanted to do, so that we can make sure we block the Germans there. And the third and final thing I want to do, which is kind of the reason why I feel like this is going to work out a little bit better, is something I hadn't even considered doing because, and this was brought up in the comments by somebody, this is the one thing that I'd mentioned that was brought up in the comments. I didn't even know that the Dutch East Indies are an integrated puppet. I thought that they were a higher level puppet. The integrated puppets, 100% of their manpower is used when you build their divisions. Rather than any of the other, subject levels where, they use, some of your manpower, I was thinking there's no point on trying to build over there since we didn't have any damn manpower. So it would have just resulted in, manpower trying to go to their shitty divisions instead of going to ours. Because remember, ours still aren't full either. So I didn't want to do that. But that's not a problem because they're integrated. So 100% of the manpower goes over there. So I really wish I had known that because we could have been building these guys as troops the entire time. I would think that they're the best ones. We'll go ahead and check. Yeah, those are garrison. Yeah, this has got to be the best one. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and, oops, damn you. So we're going to go ahead and copy these guys. And then we're going to go ahead and train them. And that's how we're going to get some troops to defend our territory. We'll build as many as we can. Until, we'll just keep one there and then they can fill up. And then we're going to go ahead and get these guys deploying over to here. And yeah, that's good to go. And as soon as we won't even let them fully train. Basically, as soon as they get to the 20% training, we're going to go ahead and get them coming on over here so that we can defend against Germany. They're aligning with Hungary. That doesn't make any sense. I have no idea what's going to happen over here, guys. Yeah, no idea what's going to happen. We'll just have to see. We'll have to keep a close eye on everybody. They're reinforcing the empire right now. So we do have civilian factories that we can make use of. So let's go ahead and build. I'm going to go to get land forts, guys. I know that we don't need them yet. I'm well aware. We got plenty of time to get them. I'm a little bit worried that I'm going to forget, though. So we're going to get just up to level 3. Nothing crazy. We're not going to get all out of line or anything. And just get up to level 3 in the key provinces here. And that's it. And once we get that done, then we'll go ahead and start working on... I guess we'll start working on military factories more than likely. Yeah, we'll do a couple military factories, like 2 military factories here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We want to keep the military factories in Holland, of course, since we might lose these 2 states. So that'll keep them busy for a little while. What do we have available? Yeah, we're not going to do these. And I'm going to tell you guys what's going on with this here once we get the national focus finished, since we'll be in the tree anyways. And we'll talk about what's going on there. In fact, these guys are fine. What we do want to do is keep our eye on these guys, though. I want to make sure that as soon as they hit 20%, we deploy them. And there we go. All right, so let's go and deploy all of them. And I suppose we can build more of them as well. Though they probably aren't going to have the equipment. What we'll do is just get them going out like so. So as soon as they get the equipment, it'll go to them. And it's going to take these troops and get them moving, though they're not in a... Oh, they're in a port. Excellent. So let's go and get them moving over to our territory, and we'll see how long this takes them. I'm sure they'll be here well before the conflict starts. Oh yeah, it's a little over 2 months. Excellent. So we'll have, at the very least, 12 more divisions coming. That's going to be really helpful. That's going to be the defense of Holland right there. That's how we're going to defend the Netherlands. So it's fantastic. And we'll just keep an eye on this as well, how things are looking over there. And we should have this completed, and essentially what I was going to say here in this regards, and we actually have something to change here. That's why I didn't want to start talking, because I knew some shit was going to happen. Institute press censorship. We don't want to do that. We believe in freedom of the press here. So really, I really want to do is get Henry Winkleman. We can't do that until we do the appoint the new Supreme Commander. So we're going to save our political power. Not just for that, because obviously that's going to take a while to get that, but because remember, this war on pacifism does give those decisions. These decisions allow for the reduction and removal of the shell-shocked spectator of the Great War. So we're going to want to be able to take those decisions. I'm going to take a wild guess. They take political power, so yeah, we want to save it for that. So to talk about what I was going to say now, we're not going to do these guys because it doesn't work properly if the Germans are not fascist and the British are not democratic, because they cannot put points into these unless they're starting ideologies. So the British democratic, Germans fascist. So they can't put points into them, and we can't put points into them. So we can't even do the thing with the British. So Paradox did consider a way to bypass this. If that ends up happening, so that you can actually do this. You can't bypass them. And now you have to manually bypass, apparently. Remember before, as soon as you met the conditions it bypassed. Maybe this one is not manually bypassed because it's a choice. Yeah, I bet that is the case. Yeah, that's probably why it doesn't automatically bypass the way most national focuses do. I think it's because you have to make a choice here, so they don't want to make the choice for you. So we're in a dilemma, guys. We can do either one of these two. Obviously, we didn't want to do this one, and we can't do it anyways because the Germans are fascist. So I'm in a real dilemma here because we were planning on going this route if we could, and we can, so that we could then bring the queen into power. But one thing I noticed, guys, while I was looking at the national focus tree is that one of these, I want to say it's this one, has not completed the focus curtail colonial autonomy. So you're like, oh, what does that mean? Well, let's go ahead and scroll on over here, guys. That is this one. And of course, this one, where you essentially annex the Dutch East Indies, your puppet, and move your capital. This requires this one. So if we go down that route, the non-aligned, increase the strength of the monarchy route, if we do that, then we cannot go down this route, which means if we were to, get defeated by the Germans, lose our territory here, become an exiled government, which I should mention that we can't even become an exiled government unless we're in a faction. Because the exiled government is you're an exiled government in the country of your faction leader. So if we're not in a faction, then we can't be an exiled government. Now, can we? So that causes the problem if we're not in a faction. So we'll have to see if we can get into the British faction, but they're not in a faction either, which I think is weird. I thought that they would have kept their faction, but apparently their faction was eliminated. So that could cause issues. We wouldn't even be able to be an exiled government. So if we got defeated by the Germans, we would be screwed. We wouldn't be able to do anything. All we'd be able to do is just play with our two little provinces here. This one here and this one here. And we do have a civilian factory, so at least we'll be able to build. But I mean, yeah, that's pretty limiting. Not exactly fun. So yeah, I feel like if we go down... I don't want to do that. I feel like if we do go down the monarchy route, then we're really limiting our playthrough quite a bit because we won't be able to. I didn't know that. I had no idea that you couldn't go down both of those. I guess it makes sense that if you bring the queen and make her all powerful, then she's probably not going to move to the Dutch East Indies, I guess. So we might not go down this route, guys. I really wanted to because it's got some great. I really like this side. But what we might end up doing is cave into the British, do the cave to the British. And then we can't go with Britain because they're not democratic. We'd have to go down the united through democracy and then go to lead the minor democracies, which is kind of cool too. This does result in, creating a faction with all the other, minor countries. That's cool too. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to do anything there just yet. We've got other stuff we can get. We already know we want to get the appoint new Supreme Commander here first. So we'll get that first and we'll just kind of play it by ear and see what happens. Because I really don't know. So we do have these decisions available. These are the where we combat the pacifism in our country. So I'll let you guys read that if you want. This is the crackdown on the pacifist movements. This essentially costs stability and increases war support, and then of course modifies that shell shock spectator, the Great War modifier. Yeah, that would cost stability. We have 100%, so we can sacrifice that, I suppose. It costs 25 political power. It looks like they all cost 25 political power with the exception of that one. That one's 35. This one is establishing pro-war labor indoctrination. So this one essentially costs factory and doctrine output and a little bit of political power, and it increases communist support. Okay. Yeah, we don't want to do that. And then this one here is, more expensive, and it's the worst when it comes to political power gain. All right, so basically this one you're just, using your political power, which I'm absolutely fine with. So that's what we'll do. We're going to go with that route. I think that's the smartest one for us to go right now. Because we do have an excess of political power. Well, we don't want to affect our production, guys, and we don't want to affect our stability either. So I think that is clearly the best way for us to go. All right, so we did get improved computing machines. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get encryption next, I want to say. Yeah, let's do encryption next. Go Go ahead and get those. We're going to want those bonuses. Plus, I like being able to see what everybody's working on. But we're going to want those combat bonuses. We need, I mean, it's really hard to get the combat bonuses against the AI because the AI is programmed to go for those really early. So you typically don't. But at the very least, we don't want them to get the combat bonuses against us. That's the way I'm thinking here. These guys are not able to deploy. Oh, because I didn't give them a location. My bad. All right, well, let's go and do that then. Let's fix that so we can get them moving over here. We want them to deploy now. Both of them going. And we're going to do more of these. And let's get them moving on over here. Even if they don't have all their equipment, that's fine. I think they'll start using our equipment now. Now that we've taken them here. Yeah, I mean, I didn't typically used to use these, though, because the main reason I never used anybody else's divisions, whether it's, expeditionary forces or divisions for my puppets, is because there used to be a bug, where I guess it's not a bug. I don't know, man. It seems like it's a bug, but they used to, anytime you used anybody else's divisions, they used your manpower. So if you had, like, French expeditionary forces, and they took casualties, instead of that manpower to replace those losses coming from France, it would come from yours, which was not a good way to use your manpower. It's far better to put your manpower in your own divisions, which were better designed than what the AI does. So that's why I never used to use those. And as far as I know, that hasn't been fixed, but it has been a long time since I tested it, so it might have got fixed, and I'm not aware of it. But right now, we really just have to use those. So we did knock out the support weapons too. Excellent. So I want to say that we're pretty much done all along here. That's the way it looks like. Well, I suppose we should get anti-tanks next then. We'll get the anti-tanks. We can modify our government. Remember, we now have the ability to... No, we don't. We haven't got that yet. We're still waiting on that. All right, so we'll wait a little bit. We got 40 days. We'll just save it up. Use it once we get that guy. And here comes those 12 divisions here to save the day. We got the radios. Excellent. Let's go and get decryption next. And should have these troops here as well. And we'll take a look. Yeah, these guys are going to take a little while to train, but that's fine. All right, so these guys are here. What we're going to want to do, and these guys need to train as well. What we'll do is we'll just take them all and put them onto this front here. Get them moving on over there. And once everybody's placed, then we're going to take any division that isn't fully trained and put them... I guess we can just go and select all those. Put them into the training army. Get these guys training up. Get us a little bit of army experience, which, by the way, speaking of army experience, we actually can make an adjustment here. So let's go ahead and do that now. Let's go ahead and take... we could do one. We can add one thing onto here. Well, let's do engineer companies then. I think that would make the most sense to get next. Get that entrenchment up. Any advantages we can get, remember, guys. And then, of course, that will require these guys to train up again, but that's okay. Oh, yes. I had forgot that we have 12 planes over here. So... 12 planes are essentially useless. There's nothing you can do with them. However, that is a little bit of manpower. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and disband those. That's 240 manpower. With what we're gaining in manpower right now, that's like months worth of manpower, man. It's like, what is that? Almost 4 months worth of manpower growth. So that'll be helpful. Go into our troops, I guess. So yeah, that those planes wouldn't have done anything. They wouldn't be able to do anything to help us. We are not going to be able to challenge the Germans for superiority of the air, as one would expect with our 12 little planes. So we can do it again. I think you have to do it 5 times, right? Because let me just double check here. Yeah, it's 40%. It was 50. It reduces it by 10 each time. So yeah, you would have to do it 5 times. Oh, that sucks. All right, well, let's keep on doing it. It's 60 days each. Hopefully we can get them knocked out before the war starts. It is giving us more manpower, though you can't see it. Yeah, I mean, you can see that we're getting, or I was thinking we're getting more. Maybe we'll see it once we tick through the month. Or maybe not. Yeah, hasn't really impacted us at all. We did get knocked that national focus out. Excellent. Nice bonuses there. And we can get that guy, too. As soon as we get the political power, we'll get him. So what do we want to get next? Well, we have to get this one early on, remember, because you have to have control of Holland. You have to have control of all your states. So, yeah, we should probably knock out that one. Get that one kind of early before we get anything else. I think that would make sense. Or else we won't be able to get any of them if we lose our territory, which you would expect we probably will. What are the Germans working on? We have no idea. What are the British working on? Isolating the Mediterranean threat. Okay, so That's the current situation around the world, guys, that we can see. We just got encryption. Excellent. Now we're working on decryption, and that'll allow us to see what the Germans are working on. And I want to say, with anti-tanks coming in 1939, it's still a way away, and us not working on tanks, I suppose we can go in and start working on the Navy a little bit. I told somebody in the comments that we weren't going to have time to work on the Navy because, you know, we have so much other stuff we need to get, but yeah, I suppose we will have a little bit of time. So we're probably going to focus largely on cruisers, like light and heavy cruisers, maybe even some battle cruisers. Yeah, I think we'll probably focus largely on cruisers. I don't think we're going to have the production capability for battleships or carriers. Yeah, those are just too expensive. So it'll probably be submarines and cruisers. I mean, getting some destroyers would be useful too, I suppose. But once again, we're not going to have the production to get them immediately. So let's just get things that would give us benefits to our submarines and to our cruisers. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll get, well, we probably want to get some sonar, so we can like attack submarines and stuff. Find them at the very least. So we'll get that. These guys need to train. We'll throw them back into the train army. And I want to make sure that I keep a division there, which it looks like I did pull one of them off. My bad. My bad. I want that guy going back over there. All right. Oops, that's the guy that was there. Whoopsie. I guess he can stay here. We'll just take one of these guys here then. All right. So make sure that we have, you know, divisions there, getting entrenchment bonuses. The main reason I want to keep them there is for the entrenchment bonus. So if we lose here, then somebody will be entrenched over there when the Germans arrive. That's the ideal. And of course, we can now get Henry Winkleman as well. That nice 10% army defense, really what we're trying to focus on. Get that high army defense. And we do have a division here done as well. Let's go and throw them over there. All right. So I wonder why they did it this way. Like, you'd really want to hold this province. Yeah, we're going to have to manually control this more than likely. I don't know. We'll see, guys. Maybe it's because of, you know, them into the trained army. We'll see how they align them, but I might have to actually do a little bit of modifications there because I think they're going to muck it all up. Let's take a look and see if we have any troops ready. Deploy, we have one. We'll go ahead and send them over. We need them coming as soon as they're done training, so get him moving over here now. And I completely forgot about our fleet here. Let's go and have them, you know, continue training with these guys here. Looks like we actually finished a submarine for once, well that's awesome. Let's go and get them training up then. And yeah, I'll get all these guys training and, you know, generating more Navy experience for us. Okay, and we do have those guys all pulling out and everything, right? I think so. Yeah, automatic split off is all turned on. Fantastic. Let's take a look at these troops here. All right, still waiting on more divisions to get here. As of right now, we have about 20 divisions here in the Netherlands. Not bad at all. Yeah, that's respectable, and more than I was expecting to get. So we're gonna throw these guys in that trained army. All right, so we still can't see what the Germans are working on. They're inviting Yugoslavia. Oh yes, that's right. Yugoslavia is communist. I forgot about that. All right, let's see what happens there. And the French are very much going communist. Look at that. They're 57% going communist. Italian diplomatic isolation. What is this? Diplomatic relations between Italy and Germany and the German Reich have taken a turn for the worse recently, with a string of minor diplomatic incidents being seized upon by the German government to fuel hostile rhetoric. Though Italo-German relations have begun to improve in recent years, these new developments seem to effectively preclude any future cooperation between the two European powers. Critics point out that the concurrent improvements in Anglo-German relations, as well as the convenience this Italian diplomatic isolation provides to the British, which may indicate backroom deals between the two nations. All right, so that's a little bit concerning. Yeah, the Germans and the British might be working together. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's a little bit concerning, guys. So would the Italians not join that faction? You'd assume they would, but they could go with their own faction. Their own fascist faction, which would then be like them, Spain, and Bulgaria typically. Yeah, this could be a really weird situation in Europe, guys. Yeah, it should be interesting. Little old Netherlands over here. We'll just be watching, hopefully from the sidelines for a little while. I'm hoping nobody attacks me. I guess we'll see what happens. This is it's an interesting situation, guys. We did knock out decryption. So still pretty far from 1939. I guess we'll go and continue working on the naval techs and maybe get smoke generators so we can retreat quicker. I suppose that would make sense. Yeah, let's do that. Make sure that our ships can get away when they're running, because you know they're going to inevitably do a little bit of running against the Japanese. We do have some military factories. Let's go ahead and get these assigned to... We're still researching anti-tanks, right? If I'm not mistaken, I want to say we are. We're about to get them in 6 days. All right, well, what we'll do is for right now, we'll just put them into the infantry equipment, and then we'll just take them out as soon as we get that anti-tanks and put them into that. We want to keep an eye on these guys, make sure they're not training needlessly. And we did get the towed anti-tanks. Excellent. So, still too far from 1939, so we're going to go ahead and continue with our naval techs. We do want to get the depth charge thrower eventually, and we want to get some new guns too. We should probably get the basic light batteries actually. Let's do that now. 68 days. We'll knock that out. We have a decision available. Once again, we can do these ones, so we're going to want to get those as soon as we can. We'll knock that out, and that's right. I almost forgot, guys. I didn't though. I want to go ahead and pull that and then put it towards anti-tanks. And then we're going to put these into our units because we actually have a bit of experience. So we'll do that here and now. We'd actually pull from this and then put another one into there because we're going to need a lot of these. Apparently, we're running low on the support equipment too and infantry equipment. We're running low on just about everything. Support equipment's not that bad, but infantry equipment is garbage. All right, let's go ahead and make some adjustments to the divisions here. I would like to get Marines, guys. I would. We even have the design here, but I feel like we should finish building these guys out, and we can't build any of our own units. We do finally have some manpower, so that's good, but it's not enough to build any units. So let's go and we're going to put the support anti-tanks as a support battalion, support company, whatever you want to call it, and we're going to get recon as well. I think that'd be beneficial, and then that'll be good. That's all we have the experience for. All right, so we're going to have to train all those guys up now. Yeah, all these guys need to train. Damn it. We'll just train them through here then. Yeah, we'll get them training. And our troops are getting stronger. We got the sonar, the passive sonar. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and do the depth charges, and we will use that 50 experience to make that quicker. And we got the repair naval expansion. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get... I'm still going to wait on here, guys. Not entirely sure what I want to do there. I don't think we're going to get any of these right now. Yeah, I don't think that makes sense. We probably should keep going down land stuff. Could also go down this way, and these have some benefits for sure, but those aren't really resources that we're lacking on, but I guess you can trade them. Yeah, I mean, eventually we're going to want to go down that route, but I think we should go ahead and get this stuff first. The nice research bonuses for infantry equipment, support artillery, which we might even get that by 1939, where we could actually make use of it. So we do need to assign our dockyards. We got some of them now, so that's awesome. Let's do 3 and 3, I guess. Yeah, that's what we'll do, because we don't have any new ships just yet, I don't think. We do have the new cruiser hulls, so we could design some cruisers and start working on those instead of just pumping towards submarines. Guys, I did think about it a little bit, and you know what? Let's wait to do the cruisers. I mean, they're not going to help us immediately over here against Germany anyway, because I want to go ahead and make sure that we're able to get like the best equipment for them. And if I can just click on fucking research here, I'm trying to get depth charge throwers, and of course we're getting the basic light batteries, so might as well get those so we can put them on those light cruisers. I think it would make sense to get those first. So we'll wait a few months. It's fine. It's not going to kill us. We'll just put the the dockyards toward the submarines for right now. I am noticing that we do need to trade for some stuff. So do we want to continue trading with the Brits? I don't know that we do, man, because they're looking fishy. I don't know what exactly they're doing. Let's trade with the French. They're going to need the help the most, guys. So we'll trade with the French. In fact, that's not going to be enough. We're going to have to trade a bit more. There we go. And then we'll also trade with them here if we can. Yeah. Trade with them right there as well. I think the French are going to need our assistance the most. Try and help them out some. Make sure we keep an eye on our training here. And yeah, I don't know, guys. Oh, there it is. That's just like I was literally just about to say. I don't know if the war is going to start this episode or not. Well, it started. Not with us yet, but the German Reich declared war on Austria-Hungary of all countries. That's surprising. We did see that Germany was working on. Yeah, they're doing all the Hungarian things, so. I think that's why the Hungarians have said, we don't want to be a part of your faction. So that has caused some issues. All right, well, I expect Germany will probably defeat them kind of quick. I have a feeling like this campaign is going to go way different than I was planning for it to. All right, well, that's Hearts of Iron 4, guys. Things just happen the way they do, and they're beating them very quickly. All right, so Germany. Oh, wow. Germany's going to be very powerful, guys. Much more powerful than they usually are. Because if they conquer all these guys... That's not just, normally they annex Austria and they would have done that by now. So they've had that disadvantage the whole time. But now they're going to not only have Austria, they're going to have Czechoslovakia and the Hungarians. That's 3 countries when they normally only get 1. So, yeah. I remember they don't typically get the Hungarians. They always get Czechoslovakia. But after a long war where they lose hundreds of thousands of men typically, and they're wrapping them up incredibly quickly. And Anglo-German pact, what the fuck? Hold up. The Anglo-German pact. The British and German governments have announced a pact of non-aggression and non-interference. Further stipulations include a clause indicating their intention to respect the other's sphere of influence. Not all may be surprised to see this development after the German Reich increasingly pro-British rhetoric in recent months, but critics still warn of what this could mean for Europe. Oh, Lord, guys. They're divvying up the world. So, wasn't expecting that, my friends. Wasn't expecting that at all. Alright. What are they working on now? They're consolidating the British Isles. So, they have a non-aggression pact for the Germans. That is awesome. Alright, so yeah, I'm glad I switched trade over to the French. Yeah, this is not going the way I expected. So if they end up going, because remember, they're not in a faction or anything. Yeah, this is a bit concerning, my friends. Yeah, so we got smoke generators. We're close enough to 1939 that I'm going to go ahead and start working on 1939 techs. Let's start with industrial techs, I think. I think that'd make the most sense. Though I think we do have, no, we don't have the research monies yet. So let's go ahead and do the concentrated industry 3s. And make sure that we got stuff building over here. This is going to finish in January. So yeah, let's go ahead and get something else building. Though I'm not entirely sure. We're going to have to do another civilian factory, won't we? We should probably get a civilian factory here because I want to say we don't have very many. Yeah, we only have 5. So if we ended up losing that territory there, then we wouldn't really have much to build if we lost these 2 states. All right, stop training here. And we should probably take a look and see. Yeah, they're not really getting anything done. They have some serious equipment issues, apparently. Yeah, they have a lot of infantry equipment issues. All right, well, we have one more division over here. Let's go and get him assigned. Oh, these guys are all done. All right, let's go and put them all, get them all put onto the line then. There we go. Excellent. So yeah, they are putting them in kind of weird places. You know what? We need to defend that province, don't we? Yeah, we do. What I think I'm going to do, guys, because this is not the way I want this. I want them to really focus on that province there. I think we're going to go ahead and redraw this out the way that we had it before. It's clearly the best way of doing that. And just have them guard these 3. Yeah, I think that's the way I'd prefer to do it. And then I can also make sure that they have like a solid group of these divisions. So like this guy is down there. That guy, he'll also be down here. I want to make sure that we have like a lot of divisions over here, you know, on this front here. And then maybe only like 4 of these guys will be over there. And we'll just make sure we have like 1 in each province. Since remember, these are the better divisions. All right, 1's there. Okay, so we actually have 2 there. So I want to say we need to move 1 here. And then move that guy up there. And then all these guys are going to be over here. And we'll see how that looks. We might need to pull some divisions off to make this look a little bit better. Yeah, we do need to pull a couple divisions. All right, so we'll just pull a couple of these backups here. And then 1 off of this one. All right, and see how that looks. Still not great. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because we definitely want to defend here for right now. I don't know if we'll keep them there. Yeah, I suppose that this is fine, and we'll just put this guy into that one. Yeah, that'll work. So yeah, we'll have 3 on each one of there, and we'll see what happens. We got our basic light batteries, excellent. So only a few more days, and then we'll have the depth charge throwers. Let's go and continue getting industrial techs. Let's get that construction 3 so we can build a little bit quicker. And oh shit, I'm missing these. And also, war propaganda of the German Reich. We might want to do that. Yeah. Okay, so first let's go and knock this out. Yeah, we cannot be like letting that time slip. I think we might go ahead and well, we can't. We need political power. I was going to say we'd do this, just get the war support up, because, yeah, we want to get that as high as we can so we can make some adjustments. But right now our political power is all being soaked up by those other decisions. We do have a military factory. Let's go ahead and assign this to... I guess we can do military equipment, because I think, yeah, some of our troops are being affected by that. Some of those troops that we got from our puppet. And, yeah, they don't have any damn equipment. All right, so that's probably not going to be getting anything from them for a while. So we did knock out the prepared defense. That's more defense and organization, which is great. And then, of course, we're going to get the grand assault. Increases their soft attack. Breakthrough's not all that helpful, of course, on the defense. Got a little bit of manpower, guys. France pursues nuclear technology. Seems a little bit early, France, but sure. And we did modernize our infantry equipment. So we have those research bonuses that I was waiting for. Yeah, I'm not going to get that one right now. Not going to get that one right now either. Not just yet. You know what? Let's go ahead and get this one. Because this one gives us land forts. Remember, we're waiting for world tension to get 20%. It is at 20%, guys. So let's go and get that. So, and it's only 35 days, too. It's pretty quick. Pretty quick focus. So I think it's worth it to get it now. I don't know where they build it, though. So we're going to put these guys over here. And just try and build this up a little bit. Because, yeah, we definitely want to be able to defend that area. This is a key area here. And I did pull a division off here, apparently. Damn it. All right. We're going to have to fix that. How do I keep messing that shit up? I don't know. I have no idea how I keep messing that up, but I do. Somehow, I managed to do it. We do have a research bonus here, so let's go and get that. 71 days, get better infantry equipment. All right, so what we're going to have to do is let me just find, I could have swore it was this guy here. Oh, he moved down there. Okay, I see what I did. I see what I did. All right. Okay, so what we'll do, we have one in each one. So we're just going to take this guy here and then move him up there. All right, and then these are the two backups. What we'll want to do is move one of these guys down here and then one of these guys up here. All right, so that should work out a little bit better. Yeah. Yep, just make sure that we have, like, you know, one. I'm trying to make it show that we have one of our good divisions in every border province, essentially. And then this guy here can then move over to, let's see, over to here now. All right, excellent. And then we just have this one guy still training. And once again, still waiting on them to get something done here with their infantry equipment. In fact, we should probably only build one at a time. Yeah, or at least two at a time. Yeah, because they're going to try and put them all in there evenly. So Austria-Hungary was already annexed. I would have liked to see how many casualties they lost, but I forgot to check it, unfortunately. But they probably didn't lose a lot. They won that very quickly. So Germany's more powerful than they typically are, guys. Something to consider. I don't want to build any units. 22,000, 23,000, whatever it is. Oh, what the? Oh, yeah, that's right. We did do that, didn't we? We did have Mexico join the fascist. So the fascists are going to be really strong in this one. Well, maybe not, because Italy decided to go against them. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Interesting. All right, so yeah, we'll see what happens with all that. And Pakistan and Bangladesh have signed a white peace. Okay, so hopefully the Mexicans being fascist will result in the Americans being more likely to want to get involved in the war, maybe attack in Mexico, and then, of course, that would bring them into the conflict. That's what I'm hoping happens here. So we did get this knocked out. I don't know where that built the fort. I guess we'll take a look at where we got an extra 2 fortifications. Just seeing right there. So they built 2 fortifications right there. Awesome. We're going to want to start building more forts, guys, because, yeah, this is not enough. I was thinking about just waiting until the Germans actually attack, though. I don't know. Or not attack. I mean, until they actually start doing something here. They haven't even attacked Poland yet. They're reasserting eastern claims. We still got plenty of time. That's the way I'm looking at it. So we did complete this. Yeah, I thought we'd get a little bit further. Secret staff talks. What's this? Unlock secret staff talk decisions. Makes it possible to obtain equipment, offensive and defensive combat bonuses, land doctrine research bonuses, and government and exile legitimacy. Oh, all right. Yeah, maybe we want to go that way. I was going to go over there now, but yeah, it might make more sense to go that way now. Yeah, and once again, I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens in the world situation before we go over here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do, yeah, I kind of want to see what this is. I'm curious. Curious what kind of bonuses it'll give us. I do want to get that one too, but let's get this one first. Let me make sure that one wasn't like a quick one. Nope, they're all 70 days. All right, so yeah, we'll do the secret staff stocks because I'm interested to see what that does. And Great Britain just declared war on Ireland. All right, so they're gonna conquer Ireland now. Okay, still taking up our naval experience with our ships out there, which is fine. What are we currently building? We're trying to get another civilian factory. It'll be done in June. Good God, the civilian factories take forever to build. Doesn't help that we're trading away all of our factories, though. So Great Britain has already won. They defeated Ireland, so they have more territory now. So decisions available. That's right. We want to make sure we get this. So I want to see how far along we are. That's what's getting that manpower taken up. This is the last one. All right, awesome. So we won't be getting any more penalties to our factory output. We won't be getting any more penalties to our manpower. Did make it not quite as far as I thought we would in this episode, because yeah, this is just about the end, guys. I guess I've been talking a lot. A lot of stuff has been happening as well. A lot of unexpected things happening, of course. So yeah, I think that's... Oh, we can deploy these guys. Let's go and add another unit here. Get those two deploying, and then bring them on. Bring them on home. Oh, we got a couple divisions over here that get deployed. All right. Let's go ahead and have these guys get over here now. Stat. And these guys here. Oops. Damn it. So I was shift clicking for these guys to go. Okay, it looks like they are leaving. All right, awesome. Okay, so the Zog submits to Italy. All right, so Albania has been annexed, and the German Reich claims Naval. Okay. So what are they working on now? Extra research slot. The British are working on the Silent Forward operating base because remember they're going to want to go ahead and attack. Oh, wait a minute. So the British did end up joining the German Reich. All right, so they joined the Axis. Not surprising. We expected that to happen. So yeah, they ended up joining the Axis, and yeah, that changes the world situation quite a bit. This is what the Axis looks like: Germany, Britain, and Mexico. Remember, Italy might not join them now. They might start their own faction, even though we told them not to, so I don't know how exactly that's going to work. So the whole world situation is changing. If that ended up happening, then it would be Italy, Spain, and Bulgaria. Don't know which way Romania would go. We just have to see on that front. But overall, definitely not going the way we expected the campaign to go. But, you know, once again, that's like one of the beautiful things about the Hearts of Iron. Every campaign kind of goes a little bit different than you would expect it to. We do need to get the support companies here. We got 2 going towards industry. We need to get artillery too. We have a 100% bonus towards artillery. Let's go ahead and do that then. And we do have outdated equipment. We got our infantry equipment that we need to change up. All right, awesome. Just taking a look at our current equipment situation. And we're looking pretty good on artillery. I think we're going to pull back on that. Yeah, I don't think we need to keep pumping 2 factories towards artillery. Instead, let's go into infantry equipment a bit more. Yeah, because it seems like that's what we're lacking the most. Anti-tanks we're getting that taken care of. We're handling that up pretty nicely, I'd say. All right, so what are the Germans working on now? Extra research slot? Yeah, we did see that. We already looked at these guys. What about the French? What are they working on? All right, levy en masse and militarized schools, Soviet Union. Just kind of scroll around here, see what everybody's doing. And try and get to like the summer here, because that was my goal for the episode. I wanted to get at the very least a year. But it's just been going a lot slower than expected. Okay, so Mexico just declared war. They could end up finding themselves at war with America. We'll have to see, which then could end up starting the war with the Germans and the British. Yeah, this is gonna be an odd campaign, guys. It's gonna go much different than I was initially expecting it to. So we did get concentrated industry. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get the advanced machine tools next. You know what? I don't think we should, let's change that up. Yeah, we can get that once we finish up the construct. No, because, yeah, that's fine. We'd have to get the resource ones after the construction. So we got the secret staff talks. I'm curious to see what those do. We'll take a look at that in a second. Lessons from the Great War, that's research bonuses for land doctrines and some nice experience bonuses, so we'll make use of that. Take a look here, see how things are going. We're 8 more days, we get that knocked out. And then the decisions available are right here, I think. Nope, not right there. Here we go. Secret staff talks. All kinds of nice little choices here. We can prepare the evacuation of the gold reserves, gain a national spirit, which does reduce our construction speed and our factory output. And this is removed when we become a government in exile. And you gain 100 political power and an increase in legitimacy when becoming a government in exile. All right, well, that doesn't help us right now. Looking at this one, this is requesting equipment. Okay, so this would get us infantry equipment, artillery, and stuff like that. I mean, we could request, but I doubt anybody would approve it. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know that they'd even approve it. This is all 100 political power. And then military knowledge is experience and land doctrine bonuses. I mean, yeah, these are all great and everything. But I don't know if anybody would approve any of these. I think, and that's the thing. Do we want to use political power and then possibly be turned down when we need our political power for other stuff right now? We still need to get... I mean, do we need anything here? You know what? I don't think... Oh, yes, that's right. We have to change these up. So, yeah, there's no reason to get these right now. What is the... we'll look at them later. Yeah, because I was hoping there'd be one with the Americans, but yeah, it's just the Germans, British, and French. And I don't know if any of them are going to be interested in being friends with us. Probably not, with our luck. Let's just go ahead and stop these guys from training, but we're going to keep the little training army here for right now, so that when those troops get here, because remember we're sending 4 divisions here, there's 2 right there, so that when they get here, they'll have an army they can go into. Take a look at these guys, they can deploy as well. All right, so let's go and get one more, and then we'll send these guys. Whoa. Hold up. And yeah, I think that once we eliminate all this stuff we have to do over here, okay, he can't go there. Excellent. Wasn't sure if he was in a port or not. Once we do all this, this is going to be the end of the episode, guys. I've already went longer than I was planning on going. We should probably do anti-tanks next, I think. Yeah, I think that'd probably be the best thing to get, because we're going to need any bonuses against the German tanks. Let's go and get the artillery. We are going to want to go ahead and, I guess I'll take a look. Yeah, we're still really hurting on that infantry equipment right now. All our infantry equipment, unfortunately, is going towards the divisions that we're building from our colonial troops right now. All right, so let's just go ahead and pull production from support equipment to put that into infantry, or artillery, excuse me, so we can upgrade those, get them upgraded. You know what? Let's get this infantry equipment done, because this needs an upgrade too. All right, so we do need steel from the French, which is a shame. It's a shame, guys. Oh yes, that's right. I said we are gonna get off, and I thought we were done with this. Did we not lose the modifier yet? Why can we keep doing those? Let's just take a look. What does this do now? Oh, okay. It's one way to keep on getting weekly war support. All right, well, that's still going to be useful to have. But right now, we need to save our political power for the decisions here. We need to change away from the civilian economy. We need to get away from volunteer only, because we don't have any damn manpower. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll just wait. Just taking a look here at which ones we'll be able to get. We could get this one if we were fascist or communist, which we're not. We don't want to get that one anyway. 2.5 will be enough. So we'll go to limited conscription first. So we'll have a bit of manpower. Yeah, they'll give us a little bit more manpower. And then after that, we'd move away from civilian economy. Yeah, that's how we'll do it. All right. We're about to get another civilian factory done. When we're done with that, I think we'll probably... I want to do military factories, guys, but at the same time, I'm kind of thinking maybe we should start working on those forts. I mean, they still haven't done anything here yet. They haven't even attacked Poland yet. I guess we're good to go. We got time to build the forts. So that's where we're at, guys. That's the end of the episode. And I completely forgot to build the cruisers that I meant to do once we got those 2 techs. So we'll do that next episode, guys. We'll go ahead and design ourselves some cruisers. We'll get some light cruisers going. Get them building. Once again, we're not going to be able to build very quick because we just don't have a lot of dockyards. But we'll get a couple, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 2 dockyards going towards light cruisers. Get a couple more ships out there. So that we can have a little bit of a navy when the war starts. Maybe get 1 or 2 of those ships done before the war starts, I'd imagine. But that is the end of the episode, guys. I hope that you did enjoy it. I'm surprised that I didn't get further, but yeah, it's been kind of slow going. A little bit slower than the last episode was. They're appealing to Imperial Loyalist over here. Germany's doing the extra research slot. We got the levy and mass there. Yeah, we already kind of take a look. Yeah, these guys, everybody's doing what we've already seen. All right, so no reason to look at anybody else. I guess we could peek over at some of the countries we haven't looked at. Just kind of see what they're all working on. And Australia. We want to do Australia. New Zealand. Japan. Yeah, we'll just dip through Asia as well. All right, so that's it. Can't forget about South Africa. Work for all the poor, and of course Poland. Standardization of equipment. All right, guys, so that is the end of the episode. I know that the conflict would definitely be starting next episode. I don't know why it wouldn't. And I talked all that shit. Like, for sure, it'll start in episode 2, and then didn't. Yeah, imagine that they'll attack us as they go through their focus tree. They'll probably go out to Poland first. Czechoslovakia's already dealt with. So then it'd be Denmark and Norway. And after that, it'd be us. They'd come after us, guys. France has their own faction, and it looks like Yugoslavia did join that faction. So it's now France and Yugoslavia rather than France and Czechoslovakia. Of course, the Soviets have their faction, the Comintern, and the British are in the Axis. So I don't know what faction we're going to join now. I was planning on joining the British faction. I really think, now that we know that the British have gone that route, we would want to do the cave to the British and bypass that so that we can go down this branch here. Once again, we could go down this, but that puts us in a really vulnerable position. I don't see how we could possibly hold on now that the British are on the German side, guys. We actually need to move some of these troops off and put them onto the ports to defend the ports, because, now we have to defend the ports and we have to defend the border. I don't know, guys. It just doesn't seem... It doesn't seem like we have much chance of success. And we should also probably go ahead and build up coastal forts along here. We have one there in that port. I should probably get one here as well, though. And, then probably want to get one here, too. We want to get some coastal forts going here because, the British are going to be launching invasions now. I would be shocked if we could defend this against both the British and the Germans. I expect that we'll probably lose it, and then that puts us in a position where we can't even be an exiled government because we don't have a faction to be in. We have no faction leader. That's really the only route I see going other than going communist. We just went communist in our last playthrough, so I don't want to do that one. Besides, that does require us to free the Dutch East Indies, which just further puts us in a bad position. So, because you have to do the decolonization, I believe. You have to go that route to really do anything. So really, that only leaves this route going down to lead the minor democracies. So that's a route we're going to go, guys. I think we'll go that route. And I'd said that was one possibility. So that works. We'll go ahead and start knocking those out next episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, all the crazy stuff happening. Didn't expect the British, but I guess I should have because they always ally with the Germans if they go down the King's Route party, which makes sense. Edward was very much a sympathizer for the Germans. So it makes sense that they try and ally with the Germans, but I wasn't expecting it. I don't know why I was expecting them to start their own faction and we could have a non-aligned faction, but I didn't consider that. So because of that, we end up having this really strong Axis faction, ridiculously strong. But remember, we have the Americans and the Soviets that will be able to fight them. The French and Italians will likely get defeated fairly early on. But what I don't like about how this is working is that we end up seeing a very similar situation with the last campaign which I'm not exactly happy with. Last time we had the British and Germans, allied, and then we had the French and Italians in their own faction. And the only thing that's going to be different is that the Soviets and the United States are not going to be in both communists. It's the only difference from last faction or last campaign. So that's kind of unfortunate. I really should just had them go Democratic. Now that I think back on it, I'm like, oh, they should have just went Democratic. That would have been the best route, I think, for the British to go. Just had a regular playthrough here. We still could have had the French do the little entente with Czechoslovakia. Maybe we shouldn't have done the Austria-Hungary situation either because that clearly didn't work out. I think we should have just left most things as it was. That ended up not working out. But it'll be a more challenging campaign, I guess. There's that. We have to fight both the British and the Germans. So hope you guys did enjoy the many developments of this episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Hope to see you on the next episode, and thanks for watching, guys.